my goodness. And I think this is what happens too when all eyes are on you and you are the, do we say defending?
They don't want to be called that.
None of that.
They're
Okay,
just
but
the
it is what it
Philadelphia
is.
Eagles in 2025.
You are in fact defending. Okay, we got to call the thing a thing. Dan, are they their own biggest threat here at this point to repeat the Super Bowl?
Yes, because of the style and the way that they're playing. But the way I want to answer it is, I think there's 5 teams in the NFC that you can say, if they play their best, can win the Super Bowl. I would say Detroit, who's right now the best team in football, absolutely. I'd say Green Bay. I'd say the Los Angeles Rams and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Those 5, as well as Philadelphia. Those 5, if they play their best, they can win the Super Bowl. And I think the reason I say that is this. One, do they have the talent to do it? There's no question. Does each team have a quarterback that you feel very confident, capable of doing it? Absolutely. The thing that separates Philly from that group right now is, I think it's fair to say Jalen Hurts in the you win or go home must-win game. He's the guy you got to go through, whether you like it or not. But the thing that those other 4 teams have that right now Philly doesn't is the coaching, specifically on the offensive side. I unequivocally believe in John Morton right now in Detroit after week 1. Matt LaFleur in Green Bay, absolutely. Sean McVay, duh. And then Josh Grizzard in Tampa Bay.
Been excellent.
I think the only question mark that we have is right now offensively what's going on in Philly. And that's the team and that's the unit out of that group that is struggling. Do they have the talent to get back to what they were? Yes, they got to get healthy at the guard spot. But they're the unit right now that can't get out of their own way.
Yeah, to me, there's obviously this thing that's happening with the Philadelphia Eagles that plays a role in this, but the other teams have to be playing at a high level. And when you look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Detroit Lions, those 2 teams are. And it's not just about the coaching to me, though. It's about the execution. We've seen this sort of offense or this sort of philosophy from the Philadelphia Eagles before, but we've watched them execute at a higher level. When you watch Baker Mayfield and now Mike Evans goes down and the way that he has this new connection with the Mecca Ibuka, but also Chad White steps in for Bucky Irving. It's like when they do lose players and not having those same guys at the top of the roster that the Philadelphia Eagles do right now, they still execute better with them. Yeah. When you think about being able to attack Pritchard, the 4th corner of the Seattle Seahawks, it wasn't go attack him every time with the Mecca Ibuka. It was, hey, he can't cover Sterling Shepard either. And we understand how to work the football to him. And then defensively, I feel like the aggression of Todd Bowles in the right moments is something that we haven't given conversation to. Also, the preparation of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I know that Todd Bowles doesn't talk a lot, or he's not boisterous, or he's not one of those coaches we look to for these motivational speeches, but when your team continues and consistently executes in 2-minute situations, both offensively, defensively, and special teams, your team is ready. So to me, they're as large of an impediment to the Philadelphia Eagles winning the Super Bowl as the Philadelphia Eagles themselves.
More so than the Lions before I...
So here's what scares me with the Lions. Right now, they're down to
injuries.
They're down to Rocky Sin and Amik Robertson at the quarterback positions.
Just because the Lions' offense, I feel like, gives them a higher floor. It's very close, though. Tampa's been excellent. But I'm in agreement with Dan. There's no reason why an offense in Philadelphia that has Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, and still a very good pass-blocking offensive line. I know that the run blocking's taken a bit of a hit. Saquon Barkley should be 29th in yards per play. Like, it's impossible not to look at Philadelphia and say they're their own biggest problem, because for so long we've been talking about this offense, and they are unique. All the other offenses you just mentioned, you named your top 5s in the NFC, they have talent, but they also win with scheme. Philadelphia just says go win with talent, right? And win, and this is the difference from last year, you don't have an explosive run game that's forcing defenses into single high to respect the run, and then you can win those one-on-ones. Now defenses are able to play more too high, more fire zone pressures. We've been talking about this. It's not working anymore. They have to. They cannot simply say, "Hey, our guys are better than you. Go win this year." I don't think it's going to cut it.
Is it a lack? Is it a lack of belief that the new offensive coordinator Kevin Patullo can do those things? Because we saw Kellen Moore sort of figure it out after the bye last year.
Let Stephen A. go.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out what the hell is wrong with y'all.
What?
The Eagles rank. What the hell is wrong with y'all? The Eagles are 30th in total offense. 31st in passing offense, 23rd on third downs. And y'all are saying, well, they're their own problem. No. Now the Detroit Lions are a problem. Now the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are a problem because they're 30th in offense. They're 31st in passing offense. That's why. I understand what you're pointing to in terms of what they're doing to get in their own way. But the level of competition, before you make your facial expressions engaging in your histrionics, pay attention, my brother. Pay attention, okay? Pay attention. What I'm saying to you is this. They lost last week. They gave up a double-digit lead. They got outscored 18-0. Why? Because the Denver Broncos exploited the kind of things that you're talking about. So what I'm saying to you is that last year when they were en route to the Super Bowl, when A.J. Brown was complaining back then about not getting the ball by reading Bible verses on the sideline, it didn't stop them from winning football games. We didn't talk about them being the worst offense, best offense or passing off. We didn't talk about those things because they were winning. They were still being effective. Saquon Barkley was having an MVP caliber year. Somehow, some way, they found a way. Saquon Barkley was doing his thing. Now Saquon is getting 30 rushes on 6 carries. Now A.J. Brown can't catch a pass. 4 to 5 games he's had 50 yards or less receiving. I'm saying to you, the kind of things you point to when you couple that with Detroit being who it is, with Tampa being who it is, with L.A. being what we know they can be when Matthew Stafford gets going. I'm saying to you, those other folks within the NFC are now a bigger threat to the Philadelphia Eagles. Yes, to some degree it's about them, but at the end of the day, the other teams are better too. They're coming.
Dog,
They're coming.
I love you.
That's what I'm saying.
I love you so much. You just hit us with where the Eagles statistically rank and then talked about the other teams. Their statistical ranking is they're doing.
Right.
It's what their incompetency is displayed. And then you talk about these other teams.
Are they playing flag football? Are they playing by themselves? I mean, when they did that, did they do that against somebody?
Yeah,
they went on the field. They went on the field, wearing red tags, playing against themselves. That's competition they were going
Stephen
against. You passing. You're 30th in passing. You're 31st in scoring offense for a reason.
But
let's talk about the reasons, Stephen A.
For you.
Do you not agree with us, though, that ranking is wildly removed from the talent level? Do you agree? They should not be ranking anywhere close to the bottom of the NFL. Just yes or no?
Yes or no?
Hold on. Yes.
Okay, so
yes, and I agree.
Therefore, reason and logic would suggest they're their own biggest problem.
You got it. Hold on. Excuse me. Does Drew Brees know football? Does he know football? I mean, are you willing to concede he knows football? Drew Brees knows the thing about football. So when he came on the air, hold on. When he came on the air and he called the Philadelphia Eagles offense boring and predictable, okay? Y'all are sitting up there saying, all right,